Mamelodi Sundowns have played Kaizer Chiefs 3 times already this season, faced each other twice in the Betway Premiership and once in the Carling Cup Black Label Knockout. Now, we have already seen 7 goals scored by Mamelodi Sundowns and just 1 goal from Kaizer Chiefs. I think there should come a time where Kaizer Chiefs, its fan base, technical team, should just be sick and tired, with receiving all these thumpings from Mamelodi Sundowns. Yet again, they meet for the 4th time this season in the semi-finals of Yona Nedbank Cup. And this is the only hope for Kaizer Chiefs of some type of silverware. Now, if they lose, it means that the drought, the wilderness journey for Makosi Amahle continues. Now, how will they set up, to give themselves a chance of ending this drought? For Mamelodi Sundowns, they've got a chance of getting, a continental treble. Now they need to give themselves a chance by improving from last season's runner-up against Orlando Pirates in the same competition. But they need to give themselves a chance and go to the final. And the opposition standing in front of them is Kaizer Chiefs. Yes, I do go by the name of Oscar Ntsintsi Football, where I engage and discuss on anything to do with football from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. A humdinger of a weekend with 2 semi-finals. Orlando Pirates are hosting Marumo Gallants, while Mamelodi Sundowns will be hosting Kaizer Chiefs 6 p.m. Sunday evening. What a weird time to play such a big game. Anyway, I'm not going to be discussing politics here, but let's just zoom into this big clash between Mamelodi Sundowns and Kaizer Chiefs. It is desperate times for Kaizer Chiefs, and desperate times calls for desperate measures. And even when I go to the predicted, lineups for both sides, some personas will come as a surprise for Kaizer Chiefs followers, and some personalities or people who will be included in the lineup of Mamelodi Sundowns also come as a surprise to the Mamelodi Sundowns fan base. And obviously, Kaizer Chiefs are the fresher of the two, having last played their game against TS Galaxy on the 5th of April, and the past 2 weeks for Mamelodi Sundowns have been very intense. I mean, 2 blockbuster fixtures. I mean, matches against an Aspirants of Tunisia, having just came back from Tunisia, North Africa. So Kaizer Chiefs is fresher, and they were actually watching the 2 fixtures of Mamelodi Sundowns. Maybe the technical team, Nabi, trying to figure out actually how can they beat this Mamelodi Sundowns. The biggest disservice a Mamelodi Sundowns player, technical team member, or even Cardoso himself, the biggest disservice they can do that to themselves is going to this match with overconfidence. And if you look at how Kaizer Chiefs have played against Orlando Pirates and against Kaizer Chiefs, especially the last game, that 1-0 loss. I mean, these guys, they create a lot of chances. I think their downfall, disadvantage is that they don't bury the chances they create. If you look at the number of dangerous chances created, they're probably in the top 4 or 5 amongst the 16 teams in the Betway Premiership, but they don't bury the chances. If you look at the number of chances that were created against an Arrows, against the TS Galaxy, even when I went to watch the Soweto Derby at FNB, I mean, some of the chances that were missed there by Modi and the like, it's like it's heartbreaking for a Kaizer Chiefs follower who just wants his team to hold onto some, some silverware. It will be 10 years in May since the last time Kaizer Chiefs won anything serious in this country. So this game, the Kaizer Chiefs players should leave everything on the field. They should really demonstrate commitment, diligence, a fight, aggression, passion, die for the badge, because that's been something that their supporters have been crying out for. If they lose the game, they should lose the game, and their fans should be convinced that, oh, okay, from this game, our guys really fought. They lost because maybe it was just that bit of quality extra from Mamelodi Sundowns, but they should fight for every ball, be first on every ball. Obviously, we will look into how both teams should approach this match. The one thing I have noticed about Nabi's boys is that they play a very high line. Against Arrows, it was a high line. Against TS Galaxy, another high line. In those two games, they attempted to play from the back. Is it something they should do, continue with against the Mamelodi Sundowns side? I am not sure if there will be a smart idea, because Mamelodi Sundowns are used to pressing up top. So obviously tactics should change for Coach Nabi and his boys. A high line, it's going to be very, very dangerous against Mamelodi Sundowns. How do I think they should approach this game? Mid block or a low block, and just master the art of playing on transition and playing a counter-attack football. Because if you look at your qualities as Kaizer Chiefs, you should at least acknowledge the fact that, okay, these guys are better than us. Give them the ball, let them hold the ball. Maybe Nabi should attempt to mirror the scheme and the formation that Orlando Pirates employed when they defeated Mamelodi Sundowns 2-1 at FNB. They played with what looked like a 3-4-3 on paper. Mboga Zisbi, a midfielder, the guys in the midfield, it was your Van Rooyen as a wing back, Hoto as a wing back, you had a Makawula Mbata center, and then you had a Dlamini behind a Mahopa and a Mufukeng. But without the ball, it would look like a back five, and then with a 3-1-1. So their outlet, they would use it as Uma Hopa. And the advantage of a Kaizer Chiefs is that they've got pacey forwards, but their forwards have just been disappointing in front of goals, especially a Dupree. Dupree has got a pace for days, but in front of goals, he's just been incredibly poor. So I think that if they went with a lineup that looked like this, I think Bavuma for me, even if Peterson, it's his first game, because another era from Bavuma, I don't think Kaizer Chiefs fans will forgive the boy. So I think it's probably time for Nabi just to give Peterson a chance, because Peterson is not good playing from the back, and this is the game where they don't need to play from the back, and because it will be to their downfall. So started Peterson, a back three of a Dove. I mean, you have Dudley is out, Inacio Miguel is a doubt, Castillo is out, Ele is a doubt. So you got to throw in Kwinika, Msimang, and a Dove as a back three, and then midfield four with the two wing backs, Frosler on the left if he's fit. If not, and again, they need to throw in someone that is not trusted and low in confidence, Bradley Cross. But I'll put Frosler if he's fit, left wing back, and then a Solomon's right wing back at the center, Mart and Kele. If Kele is injured, we'll start a Matlu, Mart and Kele, and then the top three. It will be your Lilepo, Duba, and a Serino. And in this case, the one person that will be required to cheat is going to be a Duba with Serino just next to him. While Lilepo, what will be asked of him is give us a good 70 minutes where he'll also be assisting that side of Solomon's when they don't have the ball. Serino and Dube, they will be the ones who will be up there to cheat. Or a Serino, we will do what Elilepo just said now. He will be the one that will assist in the middle, and Duba and Elilepo are the ones who will cheat. But also someone who's been better at taking forward, it's just that he's been missing sitters, is Emodi. So it's a difficult one. I'm glad I'm not the coach. Call me a plumber, it's fine, but let me see your lineup and how you'd approach this game as a Kosi fan, or even as a Mamelodi Sundowns a follower. On the side of Mamelodi Sundowns, Williams number one, a back four from Dao, Grand Keka, and I'll start Koza and rest Suarez, because come Friday, Good Friday, there's a big game, semi-final against Ali, and then let Divan Lunga continue on that left. So Grand Kekana will be at the left center back, and Mali Koza will be the right center back. I was tempted actually to play Divine Lunga and Grand Kegan as a central pairing, because Divine Lunga has played center back before, and maybe give some minutes to a Moody, but because he was on the bench against Esperance second leg in Tunisia. But I'll let you to comment below as if to reason against me if maybe that was a better option. So finally decided on Lunga, Grand, Koza, and a Mutau, and then we'll play a midfield two of Mukwena, Alende in front of them, another two, a double 10 of a Sales and a Ribeiro, and the front two of a Matthews and a Renas. It's this system mainly because Kaizer Chiefs, if they approach it with a mid block or a low block, then you're gonna need folks who are able to take shots outside the box, who are able to play, those small spaces. A player who can do get those those half moon runs, like a running off the shoulder, like a Reyners would do at Stellies, and now and again you saw him even at Mamelodi Sundowns. Matthews is able to take one-on-ones. He's a smart player. He's got a pass in him. He's got a goal in him. He's got an assist in him. So a double 10 of a Sales and a Ribeiro. I like the work rate of a Ribeiro against that Esperance team. Some of these players, I'm not expecting them to play 90 minutes. I mean, it's been a lot of minutes from an Allende. From that Kukune game, he played 120. He played 90 minutes in the first leg. He played 90 minutes in Tunisia. Well, I was also tempted maybe to start an Obas and a Mukwena. And with that front four, double 10 of a Sales and a Ribeiro. So the four guys I have here, maybe with an exception of a Reyners, I think these guys are smart. They can manipulate small spaces, play in the pockets, and Reyners might actually eat nice in this game. So overall, it's not going to be an easy game for Mamelodi Sundowns. As much as people think that it's going to be a walk-up, it's not going to be a walk-over. I think Kaizer Chiefs, they are desperate to win something, and it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight, and it's not going to be an easy one for Kaizer Chiefs, because they'll be playing in Pretoria, and Mamelodi Sundowns have really tried to make Loftus or even Atteridgeville a fortress. They don't want anyone to leave those stadiums alive, and it's going to be incredibly probably entertaining. And if a cross starts on this game, they might actually strategize in overloading his side, or target any of the weak defenders, whether it's a Quinica, whether it's a Dove, maybe target them and then see the outcome from that. And I'm not going to be overconfident on this game, but Sundowns needs to respect Kaizer Chiefs, and then it's a cup game, and you know what, cup games, anything can happen. But we've seen the mentality of a Miguel Cardoso. He can play cup games. Nabi on his side, he is under immense pressure to deliver something to the Amakosi faithful, and I can't wait for that 6 p.m. kickoff from these two giants of South African football. If you're seeing this face and this content for the very first time, love it if you join this family by subscribing. Liking the video really takes this video to the people who search for similar interests like you know, African football, Betway Premiership, CAF Champions League, CAF Confed, those types of conversations. So you do support by even watching the ads, sharing the content with your friends, family, and other social media platforms. Thank you for joining, and let me end it there by declaring, may my God bless you all.